back to Homistics and Happy New Year to you all. I hope this year brings you guys lots of joy, success, and endless opportunities to create the kind of homes that you need in order to be able to thrive. And as we start this new chapter, this new year, it is the perfect time to embrace the power of organization. If you haven't started yet, don't worry at all. Now is the perfect time to get prepared and make the change that you want to see within your home. If you're new here, welcome, and don't forget to subscribe, because this is the world of Homistics, where we deal with the art and the science of managing households and creating spaces that help us to thrive and become the best versions of ourselves. And today I want to talk to you about a common challenge, a challenge that most of us have to face, and that is dealing with family members who don't want to work with us to stay organized, those who don't think it's necessary to keep things clean. That's what I want us to talk about today. It can be tough. It can be very tough when everyone isn't on the same page. Don't worry. I'm going to share some practical tips and some approaches to encourage you, or to make you understand the whole situation better, encourage cooperation, and create a harmonious, organized home. So let's get started. First of all, what you're going to need here is patience, because I know sometimes I let you know that patience is important, but the strategies and the tools are also very important. But here, I think we need patience. Getting family members, particularly children and our spouses, to become organized is sometimes like fighting a war. Sometimes we think that it's best, or that being forceful, or even resorting to violence, or sometimes even abuse, might make them get used to better habits. But this usually does go wrong. Okay, it goes wrong and causes a lot of fear, rather than the genuine understanding or willingness to do whatever it is that we want them to do. If you are like me, you like to talk, so much that people's ears become deaf to the sound of our voices. At home here, they got deaf to the sound of my voice. And you end up becoming the nagging, annoying, moaning mom that gets on everybody's nerves first thing in the morning, all throughout the day, till you turn the lights up at night when it's time to go to bed, which is not what you really want. That was not the plan. It was not the intention to get everybody thinking that you're a pain in the butt. All you ever wanted was a neat home where everything flows, where everyone is happy. That is the intention, where everyone's thriving. And now you find yourself in a home where people wish you would stay in the bedroom and not come out. And that goes against all that we're working towards, which is a happy home. Today, I want to encourage you to reflect on this, and maybe, first of all, think about the amount of times you complain and what you complain about, because that is the sign that those are the areas you need to work on. You need to focus on and work on optimizing to reduce the amount of friction, to reduce the fights, the stress and discussions. So focus on these areas that cause the most trouble, tension. Introduce systems and strategies that suit your situation to reduce all the mess that's going, all the arguments, all the bad vibes. And don't rely on force. Don't rely on force and pressure, because when someone uses force to make another person do something, and that includes moaning and nagging as well, it might seem effective at first, but it becomes a habit, a pretty annoying habit that also affects you and the way that you feel. You know, sometimes we nag, we think we're speaking something out, but we're not really understanding what it does to us. Okay, and by using force, the task gets done, they do what you want them to do. And the household seems to be organized, but this control is actually an illusion, because the person doing the task is not doing it because they understand the importance of it, or because they want to contribute or help out positively. They're doing it out of fear of the consequences, hoping that you will stop nagging. This fear doesn't lead to long-term habits, okay? It does not. Instead, it creates an environment of tension and resentment. So where tasks are done reluctantly, without any personal investment, and you who is doing the dishes or the tasks and all the talking feels not understood at the end of the day, and totally alone with all the work and the responsibility. Yes, fear is a powerful motivator, but it is not sustainable. When people act out of fear, they are focused on avoiding negative outcomes rather than achieving the positive ones. And this mindset does not encourage people, will not encourage them to grow personally or to understand what is expected. So when it comes to the household, your children and your spouse might go along with your demands, but they do so without really learning the values of organization. They miss out on the understanding of how being organized can actually benefit their personal life, such as making it easier to do certain things, reducing stress, creating a more pleasant living environment. Those are the things that they're not really going to understand because they think that it's just a task. Now, I'm not suggesting that you take on all of the responsibilities and all the chores at home, because this can lead to them even becoming comfortable and believe that things will always be done for them. Things will always be taken care of. No, that's not smart. That is not what I want. This will discourage them from taking action in their own learning, or even how to manage spaces effectively. Why? Clear. Because you're doing it. It's about finding the right balance. You know what else is interesting? Many people only start becoming organized when they face a turning point in their lives, when a change occurs, such as starting to date or moving out of the family home, or starting a new school, a new job. These are some of the life changes that usually come when they realize that they must manage their own spaces. When people have their own space and the full responsibility for it, they begin to understand the importance of it. They start thinking, okay, now I should take responsibility. Mom's no longer here. Mom's not taking it. Because that is the best time for them to learn through experience, and how being organized can make their life smoother and more enjoyable. So rather than relying on force, it is more effective to use strategies that encourage natural motivation and understanding. So here are some approaches that I believe can help. Awareness, making them become aware of the whole situation. Teach family members about the benefits of being organized. Sometimes some kids and maybe a spouse thinks that you're doing it just because you like things to look pretty. And of course, we all like things to be pretty, but that is not the only reason. That's not even the most important reason. Explain to them how we can save time and reduce stress and create a more pleasant atmosphere and environment, how we can help the whole family in bonding, how we can help them in becoming better versions of themselves. Number 2, be a good example. By using organizational habits in your own lifestyle, when they see the positive impact of the way that you do things and the way that the organization, what it does to you, how it supports you, they may be inspired to do the same. So if they see that it is easy and doable as well, it might even make them want to join you. So think about that. Number 3, be supportive. Encourage the small wins, the small organizational tasks, and celebrate these successes, because that will be what will make them even feel like they've achieved something. And this positive mindset will help them to continue or even want to do it again. But if you keep moaning, let's put it this way, you've got to praise them more than you moan. Okay, the ratio has to be checked there. Make sure there's more positivity, more support for what they're doing, instead of complaining and shouting all the time. Listen, and I'm talking from experience here. There were phases where I would just wake up and moan and shout because I felt that they were not supporting me. But what I really needed to do was to help them to help themselves and not nag all the time. Next up, provide the tools. I know I touched on that earlier, but you still need the right resources to help them establish the organization that you're looking to get. This could include setting up a family calendar, or creating designated spots for the items, or having regular cleanup times, or regular chores, specific chores for each person, and making them understand that their days that this will not be easy. And especially you, have to understand that there are going to be days where they might not be able to do the chore at all, or do it properly for whatever reason. But then you can offer them your help, but at least offer understanding. Okay, offer them understanding and say, it's okay today, but I'll help you out, then you can pick up from there tomorrow, or something like that. Don't make that one slip a big deal. Still remembering to allow them to take responsibility. And that's the next point. They need to take responsibility for their own spaces. And this might mean that you might have to let them experience the consequences of being disorganized, in their own space, right? Which can be also a very powerful motivator for change. Let them know what it's like when the bedroom is dirty for a long time. I know it's not always easy for us, but let them see what the consequences are like. And then they might learn from that, because some of these things are learning opportunities. And the most important piece of advice that I'm going to give you today is, don't give up too soon. Don't allow their inability to stay organized to destroy your vision of a well organized home. No, you want this. You want your home to function properly. So you have to keep working on it. It is not always going to be easy, but good things aren't always easy. It is your vision. It is your dream, your wish to have a home that works well. And you're the homemaker. So the best thing for you to do is to help them to get organized, and don't give up. And by showing them the simplest, most easiest systems and ways to sort things out, they will be able to do it as well, without them being the things being complicating or over the top and too detailed, because that will make it hard for them. So you keep those detailed stuff for your personal areas if that's what you want, but for the rest of the household, keep things doable and simple, and you'll be able to see a difference. All in all, the goal of this video was to help you understand that we can help family members to understand and appreciate the value of organization, rather than forcing them into doing what it is that we want. Because when people are convinced of the benefits of something, and they have of the benefits of of organizing, and they have this space to take responsibility for, they are more likely to develop natural, long-lasting organizational habits. So I hope I was able to give you some information here, and some advice, and maybe some motivation to, tackle your home and make it a place that you want it to be, and be positive about it. And if you know someone who might be interested in listening, or someone who you think that this video might help, feel free to share, and I will see you next time on my next video. Bye bye. I am thrilled to inform you about my upcoming home organizing course and membership, where you will have the chance to connect with like minded people and where we will get into the art and the science of decluttering and organizing and sharing strategies and tools and transform our living spaces together. It's going to be an inspiring journey, and I can't wait for you to be a part of it.